Here I have a beautiful tomahawk steak. Different companies have different measurements to call a steak a tomahawk. For me, in order for a steak to be called a tomahawk, the bone must be at least 7 inches long. And anything between 2 inches and 7 inches is a long bone-in ribeye. You have to remember, you are paying for the bone. And if you ask me if bone adds any flavor to it, absolutely not. However, it does make a beautiful steak. So here's my recommendation. If you are making a steak for you to eat it, forget the bone. You don't need to make it pretty. You just need to make it delicious. And in order to do that, you are looking for intramuscular fat. That's these little white spots there are throughout the meat. As it's cooking, that will render and make it amazing. The bone is just for show. And if I'm cooking to impress, the tomahawk is the most beautiful steak of them all. If you want to keep a beautiful presentation, it is important to tie it. If you don't, the ribeye cap will separate from the steak. Since this is a Wagyu Marbling Score 3, it is super tender, and the fat almost melts on contact. It doesn't need to be too tight, you just want to make sure it doesn't come off during the searing process. When you have a wonderful high-grade steak like this, you want to taste the meat. Keeping the seasoning simple is extremely important. So with that being said, I added salt, freshly ground black pepper, and garlic powder. To go along with our surf and turf, I'm also going to be making an awesome little side dish. They are easy to make and packed with flavor. They're little golden crispy fried onions that just taste amazing. And here's how to make them. Start by chopping up white sweet onions. I don't like mine too thick, but if you do, that's totally okay. The most important thing is to keep them all the same size. If you don't, they will not cook evenly, and you want every bite to be perfect. To make them flavorful, we must season our flour. So I started by adding smoked paprika, a good amount of garlic powder, freshly ground black pepper, and salt. Remember, as always, exact amount and ingredients always on the description down below. Once everything was mixed and combined together, my seasoned flour is done. The first step in making crispy onions is to boil some water. I like to quickly throw them in for 10 to 15 seconds. That does two things. Remove some of the bitterness, and it also makes it crispier. Then you want to give them some time to completely cool down. If you have the time, also consider throwing them in a nice bath once they have been boiled. That will make it even extra crispier. After throwing them in a bowl, I added cold milk. You can also use buttermilk. Stir them around and make sure everyone is coated. Now you really want to let it rest in your refrigerator for at least 1 hour. This will really help with the flavor. Once that's done, the next step is pretty straightforward. You just gotta throw them in your seasoned flour and bread them. You want to do it in batches. Try to avoid the big lumps. The perfect tool for the job is using these kitchen tweezers. Lay them out in the tray and they'll be ready to be deep fried, which I'll be doing it shortly until I get a nice golden brown color at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. To go along with our steak, I'm going to be making some flavor-packed shrimp, and they are super easy to make. And here's how. This is about 2 pounds of shrimp. Whenever you're purchasing it, try to get it already cleaned. And when I say clean, here's what I mean. They're out of their shell, completely deveined, and no head. This will make the job quick and easy, and there's nothing wrong with that. To season them, I threw in a little bit of grapeseed oil. You don't want to use extra virgin olive oil. Grapeseed oil has a smoke point of over 420 degrees Fahrenheit. And extra virgin olive oil is way lower than that. Since we're going to be grilling them, that's a bad idea, and you don't want your oil to burn. Then I threw in the perfect seasoning for it. It's Googas Rub. You can't buy this rub, you have to make it. I made a complete separate video which I'll be linking on the description down below for you. This rub goes well with chicken, pork, and seafood. And you might already have all the ingredients on your pantry. Make sure to season everything well. You want the shrimp to be packed with flavors. If you're going to be using wood skewers, my recommendation is to soak them. If you don't, they will definitely burn on the grill. They are not my #1 choice to use, but they do work just fine. Here's the one I recommend. They are stainless steel and they will last you a lifetime. Since they're not round, it also makes them easy to flip them on the grill. Putting them on the skewer is very easy. The only thing to keep in mind is to keep them all in the same direction. That will save space on your grill and, most important, make it easy for you to move it around. To add even more flavor on this shrimp, I'm going to be grilling some lemons and lime. When you do that, they become sweeter. It is something that I definitely recommend for seafood. Not only with shrimp, but also fish and lobster. It's the perfect marriage. I also did my famous garlic butter. I've made a complete different video explaining how to make it step by step. It is easy to make and make sure you check it out in the description below later on. I'll be using this to baste my shrimp and also my beautiful steak. Talking about steak, I'm going to be using my wireless thermometer to cook it. My first goal is to put a nice sear, then cook it in indirect heat until I reach 135 degrees Fahrenheit. But now I say it is enough talking and it is time to make an amazing surf and turf, so let's do it. All right, Angel, what do you think about this beauty?
Now I know why you took so long. Damn.
This is a feast, everybody. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that? Well, we got a lot of things going on. I know you're ready to try it. I think, so we have a beautiful Wagyu Tomahawk. And then we have a nice lemony shrimp. And we have a beautiful fried onions. Okay, enough talking, yeah? All right, Angel, let's try the steak first. Oh, the steak cuts like butter, everybody. Like butter. As you can see, perfectly medium rare, just like the way I like it. And so does you, right, Angel? Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Wagyu Tomahawk marbling scored number 3, everybody. If you never experienced it, you have to try it, everybody. I'm telling you, you will thank me later.
If you've ever been to heaven and came back to earth and then went back to heaven again, then that is exactly what this tomahawk tastes like, yeah?
I have to agree with you. The fried onions give a nice crunch to the steak, everybody.
Ooh.
This is unbelievable. Let me give it a go with the shrimp, because I think seafood and steak goes together so well, and I'm a seafood lover, believe it or not. Lover. Angel is not a big shrimp guy, right, Angel?
I'm not a big shrimp guy at all.
Angel, a little bit of the shrimp, a little bit of the Wagyu Tomahawk, and combine it. Look at me. Combine a little bit with the fried onions. Put it in. One bite, my friend. You tell me that combination, how does it taste? Oh, you got...
I don't see it happening in my fork. I really don't.
All right, Angel. All at once. Everything combined in one bite, everybody. Cheers. Just a moment of silence.
Well, if I'm gonna be honest,
Yes.
I like it. It's good.
You have to always be honest. If you like it, you like it. If you hate it, you
I
hate
don't
it.
know. Maybe it's because there's some Wagyu involved in that combination. But it is pretty good. You got me to say that I enjoyed the shrimp, and I'm going for it.
I know you're not a shrimp lover. Oh, you're going for it again.
I'm gonna finish.
But you should take out the tail. Don't eat the tail.
Tail's bad?
Tail is kind of hard, and I don't know if you enjoy it. Just like when we made the lobster, you're not a big lobster guy either, but you enjoyed it when you combine everything together.
Uh-huh.
It's like a perfect combination.
Wow.
And these little fried onions, I don't know if they can hear it in the mic, but it's
I think
nice
they
and
can hear
crunchy.
it. I think they can hear
You
it.
think they can hear?
Yeah. I don't like onions either.
And you like that.
I'm over here eating everything.
He does not like onions. He does not like shrimp. But the way everything was cooked, you enjoyed it. I'm surprised because I really didn't think you were going to like the shrimp.
Surprise, surprise.
Good job.
Everything's good, man. I can't. I
to.
can't hesitate right now. I gotta eat.
You have to try everything once. If it, just because you had an experience of a shrimp before, it was kind of bad, whatever, you don't know how this one will taste. And I'm proud of you, buddy. And you like the onion.
I like the onion, bro. The onion's really good.
Anyway, this is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
That was actually surprisingly really, really good. Huh?
I know, right? It's amazing. The shrimp.
Especially with everything else, it's so good.